I think firstly, the rule by kings or religious leaders, that now already outdated. Even like British, Japan, the royal still remain, but just a symbolic. But otherwise, these are now just past of history. Then these leaders, I think initially, maybe some, you see, they, with support of the people, like most of these revolutionary movement, without people's support, you see, they will not success. So the people support there originally. But then once, I think like you see, Chinese communist, and also I think to some extent, I think the Lenin, Bolshevik sort of revolution. Initially, I think poorer section of the people really support. Then, particularly as far as I'm concerned, I know better about the Chinese case. When the civil war, you see, I mean, it took place, at that time, and then also the Long March. These is the communists led by Chairman Mao, really dedicated people, really. They really, you see, carrying these revolution work because of the too much sort of injustice in the old system. So therefore, the early period of the revolution, I think like any other, I think very pure. And people support also there. Then, unfortunately, those individuals who are lacking moral principle, self-discipline, and once you see get power, then power corrupted themselves. Then eventually, their original sort of idea is serving to people. Then eventually, due to power, they love to see control power, control people. Therefore, they like a democratic sort of system, terms 4 years, 5 years, and then new election, and seek people's sort of support. I think that's the best system, best system. Otherwise, too much long period, the weak people inside, I mean, the spiritually weak. And sometimes, see, it's quite sort of, I say, the natural. Those people who lead certain movement, they have self-confidence and determination. But sometimes, eventually, self-confidence over self-confidence.
Right.
Then, you see, they're very sensitive about criticism towards them. So that's the reason I think the Egyptian sort of president and also the other, I think initially, I think people, support. Then too long. Then corrupted, this I feel. So actually, I think democratic sort of idea, democratic system, universal sort of value. I always is telling people, even the world level, world belongs to people. The world belongs to nearly 7 billion human beings, not kings or religious leaders like that, or different parties. So, like United States, belongs to American people, like China or Egypt, belongs to the people, not few ruling families or individuals. So therefore, then in order to sort of carry the responsibility about your own country by the people, then the best system is through election, elected leadership. So democratic system is the best. So undemocratic, they use totalitarian. Maybe some field, maybe some sort of, more efficient or something like that. But overall picture is not good. So these are Now, see, I think within 20th century, early part of 20th century, later part of 20th century, much change. Now, within the 21st century, now some of the sort of ruler, which now essentially outdated, now change these things.
So
by the people, not by external forces, but people themselves.